everyone, and welcome back to Pokemon Shining Pearl 6 Smeargle Challenge. And this is a bonus episode. Last week we beat the Elite Four, and I crowned this run a success. What I wanted to do for this episode is, it's more of a research and a challenge. I threw most of my rules out of the window. Like, my normal rules is like, everything has to be obtained in game, I can't use external resources to get moves or items or that sort of stuff. But for this week, I binned it, because this is a challenge to see if it's theoretically possible to make it all the way to the end of the second rematch with Cynthia. And the truth is, I think without external resources, probably not. But I didn't feel like trying and just, halfway through the original rematch, get just wrecked. Like, I feel like after the original run of the Elite Four, I figured like what I wanted to do is have one crack at it properly with everything I can do. So what I did is I sent all these fellas over to Diamond. As you can see, their HPs are all the same, except for Jet. Which is an indication that they've all had their EVs redone, they've all had hyper training. So most of them have maxed HP. They all had mints as well, by the way. Except for a Jet. I will get to why Jet is max defense instead. So basically the team is fully baton pass. I got 3 set of Smeargles. I try to keep them. Like, obviously, when I mint and bottle cap and everything, it doesn't really matter which Mabel do watch. I try to keep them somewhat in line of what they used to do. So Oliver still got Leech Seed and Minimize instead of Mud Slap, because Minimize is kind of an upgrade. Sapphire did change quite a bit. Aurelius did change a lot. And also these 3 setup Smeargles are all moody. So I all ability patch them for all the setup Smeargles. And they've all got baton pass. Then there's Scarlet, Moss, and Jet, which are my sweepers. Scarlet is similar to what Scarlet used to be, except all the moves are slight upgrades. I've given Scarlet Bullet Seed and Icicle Spear because I thought they were useful. Still Technician. I upgraded Earthquake to Breastplate and Brave Bird. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, because Dragon Ascent is the same power as Brave Bird, but fewer PP. What was the deciding factor is I don't think I needed that much, and I do think that the drops in defense with my setup should be more manageable than the recoil. So I figured like it's also just cool having Dragon Ascent. Then there's Moss, still Technician for Frost Breath. Moss is very similar, the only difference is Judgment instead of Quiver Dance. Jet has no longer Quiver Dance or Shadow Ball, and we replace that with Moon Loss and Judgment. So Judgment, I actually didn't realize before doing this, is actually you do get the you get the type changes. So I figured like for some Pokemon it was going to be a little bit better. So yeah, when it comes to like in-game obtainability, I just wanted to quickly stretch over that, because I wanted to check the theoretical possibility of beating Cynthia. Now, I think most of these moves you could just get, like Battle Pass, there's a couple of Pokemon in the underground that get it. Substitute, there's Gardenia's Breloom that gets it and uses it a lot. So I felt like Substitute's doable. Coil, I got it, Coil is doable. I got it from a Seviper that I had in my box in Brilliant Diamond, and Seviper is Pro exclusive, you could just get that in the underground. All these legendary moves like Crystal Blade, Dragon Ascent, I was contemplating going for Origin Pulse instead of Judgment on this one as well. All these legendary moves, like, you could just grind the leaves in the underground and just get those moves. So like, those I think are legitimate, you could get those. Judgment is really the only move in this team that you really couldn't get, because Arceus, like you would have to train Arceus, and then you would break my rule of like you're not allowed to use other Pokemon in battle. And like I can go to Smeargles right now and fight Arceus, but it doesn't have Judgment because it only learns Judgment at level 100. So Judgment is the only move that is like, you know, you can do. But I feel like if this is possible with Judgment, it is probably possible. Like this would have been Shadow Ball, and this would have been probably Origin Balls. I feel like if, you know, if I couldn't have done Judgment, then it probably would have been fine with those. Now there's other things though, like theoretically it's possible to do in the Smeargle native file, it is possible to EV train them. It's going to take a lot more time because I would have needed to grow all the berries from scratch, which I had just stockpiled in Brilliant Diamond. So EV training, theoretically possible. Mince bottle caps. Bottle caps possible because you can get a team of pickuppers, grind them to level 80 plus, and then you can just run with one Smeargle plus 5 pickuppers. Theoretically possible to do bottle cap training. Mints and ability patches, I'd say impossible because you need battle points, and the only way to get them within the game is in Battle Tower, and I don't think you're even allowed to bring 3 Smeargles, let alone it being possible. So that's kind of where we stand from. Like, it's mostly just a fun experiment to see if we can actually make it through. I did do a trial. I also got, by the way, the National Dex because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to do this. So I wrapped up some stuff last week. But yeah, let's just give it a go. I did check do a trial run of Aaron because I wanted to double check whether it was actually going to be rematches immediately because I wasn't 100% sure. It was, so I have a vague idea of how Aaron's match is going to go. So I should stress here that the first rematch is going to be the easier one. He's only going to be mid-60, so the first rematch is really not that big a deal. So the whole idea is like, basically we set up with our 3 set of Smeargles. I've got coils to make sure that I don't miss like Frost Breath or Christmas Blaze. And minimize is basically just a weighted variance in my favor. Okay, we're gonna Spore. Like the first action is always Spore. That's a crit. Okay, well. So the nice thing about Yamega is Yamega's attack of choice is Bug Buzz, which doesn't break some, it goes through some. But after 2 Quiver Dances, that's actually quite nice. Speed drop. Okay, it's not too bad that speed is dropping because we're gonna lead seat here. It's not too bad that speed is dropping because Yamega is always gonna outspeed me, and we're gonna go into Quiver Dance critical. So basically my plan is like get this thing asleep a second time and then we're gonna go into Quiver Dance. So this is his 1 minute to return to sleep. So what do we get here? Speed boost. Special attack drop. Okay, that's not too bad. Like we're gonna go into Quiver Dance Smeargle anyway. Now we minimize. It's already woken up, it's not great. Minimize comes up. Speed doesn't really help right now. Oh, special defense drop, that really hurts. We got to get a dodge, that's good. I'm gonna take its mandatory turn to sleep here, so I feel like I've been on about now. We only are +2 evasion, but like, I don't really need to be max evasion. The main thing with evasion is that we have variance in our control, because the moment I switch out Oliver, we're not going to be able to Spore anymore. speed. Grab max speed. Could minimize one more time. Could minimize. I'm gonna put on pause here. I need to start setting up with Sapphire here. It also means we have more recovery. It's a mandatory turn. But yesterday I got full turn of sleep, I think 2 times in a row. Which I was already, because I was just curious how it was gonna go. And I was already expecting it to be a little bit more early. Plus, yeah, I missed the speed drop, I think. I'm just gonna river dance here. We're gonna back up to neutral special defense here. Neutral special attack as well. Keep going, go ahead. Dodge. So this is a nice thing about this particular stat. Okay, we got special defense boost, that's nice. And attack drop, that's fine. So I think we covered that again. Like, we end this exchange with the sub. The nice thing is because Bug Buzz goes through substitute, it can't break it. It's like... And we've already seen how much a crit Bug Buzz does, and it does not that much. I think we're +1, +3 right now. Yeah, we're getting back a lot of health from this. Attack road is useful. Yeah, the thing is, like, if it comes to speed, I never need more than +2 speed the entire Elite Four, which is also why I didn't invest any of these Smeargles in speed, because +2 speed we're gonna outspeed everything, and I can't drop bulk on set of Pokemon either. So I'm shooting full restore range, so I think I'm gonna stop here. Throws. Attack drops. Substitute. So like, this thing's attacks are just gonna go through some, but that's okay. This is mainly for like Sinnoh. Attack boost, that's nice. That's also nice. This is good. Again, I think I'm only getting more special attack at this point. I'm only +1 on the defense, which is not ideal. I would like to be a little bit higher on the defense. So my plan for this is to go into Moss. Moss has got a flame blade. At least I'm saying that. I think I gave it a flame blade. Special attack is maxed out right now. Special defense +5, that's okay. Yeah, Moss is flame blade, so that's what I was intending to. I mean, I could put Topaz into Aurelius and Coil a few times. Because I would like to have a little bit more on the old... I think I'm gonna go into Aurelius here. Oh, the attacks. I knew he had attack, but he didn't go for it in any of these... He didn't go for yesterday. I could also... Honestly, I still have his stuff. I feel like I'm just gonna go into... we're maxed out on most... Yeah, I'm just gonna go into this thing. Like... Oh, actually, I wanted to talk about why Jet is the only one that doesn't have max attack with max defense. The reason for that is that, like, that's like Jettis is what I'm supposed to be using against like Lucario and wait, Infernape too, but Infernape is this. Okay, so my idea behind it was like I have more value of defense than HP, and like the HP determines the size of the sub, but the defense determines how quickly but that's the HP stat for the Pokemon laner sub, so like the defense stat is to make sure that maybe I can keep a sub intact when it's like bullet punching or, you know, priority stuff. Yeah, this is what the battle is going to be like. It's going to be setup, and if I get through the setup, I should be able to sweep. Now the downside of not going into a race is that I do need to spend judgment on all of these. I can't use Frost Breath because it can miss. 10%. I dropped the White Dance because otherwise I wouldn't be able to use judgment. Not super effective anyway. As you can see, the first rematch is actually quite easy because the levels are quite low. I honestly contemplated just skipping this and doing the rematch immediately, just keeping him in Diamond and doing it there, but I figured we might as well like make this sort of like what I'm sort of intending this to be is like go until we lose. But I have a good feeling about this. I feel like it's just doable. Oh yeah, and in the rematch I really do need to get a coil up because it's got Flygon and I really need to be able to hit that with Frost Breath. Dude is actually not that useful against Aaron at all. I mean, Bullet Punch would be the most scary thing, but he didn't even go for it, so... We need to change Moss's Blade to a Splash Blade because we're going into thingy. So for Aaron, or for Bertha, my plan is to go into Scarlet ultimately. She leaves Witchcast, which has a brave nature, but it's got a mixed set of attacks. But it's, I think it's slightly, I mean it's brave, so it will be stronger in its physical attack. They start the same way we started here. You just go for Spore. The downside is this thing is actually slower, so we're not going to take a mandatory turn of sleep to minimize. We can just Spore, then Leechy, then minimize. Minimize. Oh darn, I meant to. Oh well. Yeah, I meant to delete it first, then we could have gone on health back. Okay, all speed boosts. Attack roll. So we're -1 on both attacks and we're Spore. Yeah, I meant to delete sheet. We don't have any recovery right now. More speed, that's excellent. And defense, but that's really, really bad. Like, now we're taking more damage from Earthquake, and we haven't done any health back yet. We should be getting quite a lot of health back here, but that's good amounts. Special attack drop is not too bad. Let's go for a minimize skin. I want to baton pass with this thing having as many sleep turns remaining as possible. Okay, dodge. Now we spore, then we baton pass. Into Aurelius. Defense. So Hurricane special defense. Which is not really useful. Yeah, I would worry for another defense drop. Okay, we baton pass here. We're +4 evasion. Yes. Stay asleep. We've got the defense back. Back to neutral defense, -3 special attack. We do need to start boiling, but I'm gonna substitute first. The full 3 turn fate this time. Okay, defense for sharply, that's really good news. And attack drop, so like attack is -3, so we really need to coil quite a bit. Hit on the earthquake, it might not break some of this defense boost. Nice. Yeah, the speed of this setup is really heavily reliant on which boost we are getting. Oh, I didn't see what drop. Oh darn, I didn't see what drops. No, I'm gonna coil anyway. I missed one drop in my health. Should be okay. Gonna dodge. So it's gonna be really hard for them to break the subs. And now she should go for restore. Attack goes sharply, that's good. Speed fell. Okay, speed drops are fine. Like as long as I'm above +2 speed, it's fine. And I want her to break the sub, then I sub again, and then I baton pass. Like it would be nice to go out with a full sub. Not sure that's going to be feasible. Okay, attack's maxed out now. I'm gonna foil one more time because I'm not sure if defense is maxed out. Okay, accuracy is not resting in this now. Right. I think honestly it's probably recoiling more. Speed it back to max. Defense is +1. Given that attack is maxed out, I'm gonna be too fast here. Like, this is the first rematch I don't overthink it, because, you know, like, the sub is mainly for, like, if they crit. But, like, the chance of them actually critting through all these evasion boosts is really, really low. Okay, here we go. Sub might break here. Yeah. Okay, it's okay. It's not what I would have preferred, but I don't think she has many things that can hit me with priority. We're +6 attack, 4 or 5 defense. Okay, yeah, given that one bullet seed did that much to Rindoberry is I don't think we need to worry. That's quite funny. I didn't realize she still had Ghost. I don't think she has that in a second rematch. Not so sturdy now, are we? This is maybe I want a bullet seed. It's also quite strong with Technician. Bullet seed again. Some Miracle Steam. I'm not sure it's gonna one-shot this thing. Oh, it is gonna one-shot this thing. I really want to Christmas Blaze, but I'm not sure whether that's going to get a knockout on this thing. I'm just going to bullet save for safety. Yeah, Christmas Blaze would have done. I think mainly I went for max defense on Chet specifically because Chet is the one that's supposed to go up against Cynthia, and that is the one I'm most worried for. Although Flint's rematch could be tricky as well, because in this particular instance he doesn't have a Hypnosis, he has Houndoom up front, but in the rematch he has Ninetales and he's back to Hypnosis, so let's see. Yeah, so I think like we're going to go into Moss here is the primary route, because Judgment is water type and we've got Earth Power. Yeah, Earth Power and Judgment should be able to clear this thing. But I could see myself going to Scarlet for other reasons. Scarlet only had Press, but I think we should also always go into Moss here. What plate are you? Yeah, it's a spooky plate, okay. I was worried about the plate on Jet because it's supposed to be spooky plate, but it looks a little bit weirdly colored to me. Yeah, let's start with Spore. This thing is max special defense. The most worrisome thing we can see here is Dark Pulse Range, let's say. That's Flamethrower. Flamethrower is okay. actually do that much. Okay, that's nice. We get a good special event boost immediately. Speed drop I'm okay with. We're not outspeeding this thing. I mean, we were slower anyway, so. Defense boost. Attack drop. Attack drop is fine. We're not going into the attack this time, so attack drops are very welcome. Yeah, I think we minimize again because, like, as long as this thing is asleep, we might as well keep minimizing. Defense boost. That's nice for a sleep grenade. Special defense drop not so great, but we're still +1. Okay, wakes up. Connects to the flamethrower. Even a bird would not be too bad because this one is going to baton toss out anyway. Attack boost is nice. Let's save some. Setting up later. Now we spore. Connect again. Nice. Now we can baton pass. It's going to take its mandatory turn to sleep. We go into the Sapphire here. I'd say we start by subbing here. Speed road sharply, that's perfect timing, because now we're +1 speed and we can immediately go for substitute. Like I was hoping it wouldn't be speed boost before we switched out, because if we got a speed boost before sporing it, that would have been a little bit awkward. Like I was saying earlier, I was really hesitant between Origin Pulse and Judgment on Moss. Because I figured like Origin Pulse is a little bit stronger, but the reason I ended up going with Judgment is because if I would have had Aurelius to make sure that I don't miss, and now I don't need, as long as we get the defense boost from Moody, we don't need to go into Aurelius to win this fight. I think we go Cripiness again. Like, this should be putting us to +6 special attack. Maximum speed. Only +1 defense though. I could go for protect. Then we're a little bit like +1 defense is great, but like I think we're gonna still do a number on me with that. Yeah, now we're neutral defense. I think I want to go into a radius anyway because at this point I really want the defense boost. Honestly, I'm gonna coil, but I'm probably not gonna stay in for too long because plus 3 or 4 defense should be fine. Plus 3 defense now. I think honestly I'm okay switching out if I, yeah. Let's see what we can get from Moody here. Attack approach sharply. Speed drop is fine. I think I'm okay with this. I'm gonna baton pass. Substitute is intact, so Houndoom should not be able to break it. Unless he gets a crit. Like that's the main thing why I want to be a little bit careful, because if Houndoom crits to kill the substitute. And then if Rain just, you know, does some damage from stash close combat, not quite that's a combination. Like it doesn't matter because you don't get a crit, but you know, I'm gonna be a little bit careful with that sort of thing. And I was in close combat. If I wasn't here with the sub, it could be a lot more dicey then. This close combat plus Mark Punch might be enough to put me out if I didn't have the defense boost. I judge you. Flareon. Completely forgot you have Flareon. Does he not have Ninetales at all in this fight? I hate this thing. Last one is back to Moorstar. So the next fight is going to be a little bit more peculiar because Mr. Mime obviously likes spamming screens. Which is okay, but we need to be able to... Yeah, we need to be putting out jets at a time that we don't just, you know, get walled by screens. Again, that is what minimize substitute and everything is for, but... going to be something extra to keep in mind. Spore! Very fast. Which, like, isn't actually good news, I guess. Like, useless. This bleed seed was bound to happen and we missed out. Gross. Special defense is really bad. There, we get a third turn of sleep. Get lucky in the 6 turns. I'm not really getting any useful boosts until now, but let's start going for minimize here. I'm not sure if he even goes for an attack, even if there's Jotons, because I know he really likes, yeah, he really likes Smeargle. It's actually quite nice that he goes for reflex first, because with reflex phase, that's the turn he switch out. Yeah, actually what I want to do, switch defense drop is really bad. What I want to do is minimize here, because then he goes for light screen next, and I feel like that should be nice because I feel like he's always going to be strike kicks. Okay. I was hoping he would go for light screen. That's why I went that and didn't score. It's because we might get like score. Yeah, I was hoping like he would help us with keeping track of light screen, because if reflect fades, then I baton pass and be sure that light screen is not going to be up when we come back in. But I'm a little bit worried that if he goes for psychic, it might mean that he can KO me. Okay, we get back special defense. That's good. Special attack goes back to neutral. So we baton pass here. I go to Sapphire. Speed growth is very useful. Attack fell is fine. Substitutes. Psychic, dodge. Honestly, if you ever do this sort of thing against your friends, bad manners. Though I kind of did this to my friend. I don't know how much of this I actually did, but like I know that I fought my friend with 6 Smeargles at some point. And it was mainly about baton passing, although I had a few other gimmicks on the team. It wasn't a full baton pass game. I guess like it wasn't as cheesy as just passing a boost of one Smeargle and then sweeping. Yeah, light screen goes up now. There's no way I'm going to be able to keep track of this because it's far too, way too far apart. So I don't know. I get this turn 1 of light screen. Jesus, now I'm not paying attention to. I have no idea what boost it costs. Yeah, there's too much going on. I need to just. Yeah, I just need to be kind of lucky on the light screen. I think it might be turn 2 of light screen. useful. The only thing is this guy doesn't really have ghost resist, and he doesn't even have anything with the Cassim Berry, not even in a rematch. So like, his Giraffaric in the original match is actually quite good for him because he does, you know, he does wall ghost moves, but he just drops it. And he doesn't have a Focus Sash or a Cassim Berry on the team. But it's when I put this up front, it's sweet. Briefness is fine. Maybe with the defense drone. See what we're pronounced. Oh, we're actually max special attack. Okay, so the boost I missed was actually special attack. I think we should be Tom Pass here. Unless Lightscreen expires now. I think Lightscreen is expiring next turn. Yeah, we Baton Pass now. Even if it expires a turn later, I think we can do it with Mr. Mind Judgment. I know it's filter, but we're +6. He has another signal cycle. Oh yeah, it's really low, like we could definitely take this out. Okay, Lightscreen might be expiring one turn later than I estimated, but it's going through. Yeah, Lightscreen's on. Okay, now it's sweep. This is Magic Bounce, so if he would have switched in Espeon on a Spore, that could have been dicey. I don't know if you can do that. I know they can switch on type immunity, but I don't know if they can switch on standard immunities. I feel like between using Leech Seed twice and Spore a couple of times, he would have done it if it was possible, so... Judge. So for Cynthia, we're gonna try and sweep with Jeff again. We didn't take any damage here. So play-wise, I don't really have that much. I could do Icicle Plate, but this Flame Plate could be okay. What I really want is I think I want Magnet because I want Thunderbolt to do more. If I had like Zap Play, that would have been perfect, but I don't. So I think the thing I'm most scared about is the Milotic. That needs to go down in one hit. We are back at Cynthia. Okay, Sucker Punch comes out, that's fine. It's quite nice to get a bonus turn speed. It's also quite nice that she spams Sucker Punch when I literally don't have an attack. Speed bonus, yeah, useless. Special attack drop. Let's Lead Seed. Next, nice. That's another thing, like if she wanted to catch me, she could go into Rose Raid, be immune to this stuff. Attack boost, special attack bonus, quite bad. Minimize. Seems to go for Sucker Punch again. I don't know if she already has like Confuse Ray Will-O-Wisp. I know she has that in the rematch. I'm not sure if she has that right now. Special defense because that's nice, that's good to have. Speed drop is fine. Yeah, I did a Will-O-Wisp here. Yeah, I feel like I Spore and then the Tompas. And try to get a substitute up as quickly as possible so that they don't need to deal with little like obviously we're not really needing our physical attack. Most likely to the strike, but it would be nice to get an attack and not take too much damage. There's also like the Milotic obviously is still scary, but as long as these set of Smeargles are healthy enough, I can actually just try and reset up in front of the Milotic. Sapphire, yeah. I think I do need a foil for the no wait, we're not using foil for that. Okay, George Will-O-Wisp, that's nice. Citrus will be better for us than it is for her. Yeah, I think versus this thing, like because the Milotic is so bulky, we cannot accept anything less than +6. So go for some. Yep. I actually said it dodge, but it blocked. Substitute would have blocked it anyway. I swear she has Confuse Ray in one of these as well, but I don't know what she dropped. Maybe she just had Ghost Move. Yeah, maybe she has Ghost Move and no Dark Pulse anymore. That could be. Now it's River Dancing. Actually, yeah, she has like if she has Substitute Confuse Ray, Will-O-Wisp, and a Ghost Move, then she cannot physically touch these Smeargles behind stuff. It's really nice. Oh no, she doesn't. Not enough? +2? If I actually had some cows, I think that was the main reason I went with max defense, because the chance of her breaking us up with the Cario with extreme speed is really, really low. fine though. Yeah, I figured it was going to break it. Maybe she just doesn't have Pikasprey. That's right. Useless. Substitutes. Yeah, I don't think I need Coil actually. Okay, we dodge more Smeargles here. Oh, how the tide turns on the Smeargles. All of a sudden they're unbreakable walls. +4 +5 is 4. Again, it would be nice to end this with a full substitute, but I'm not sure whether it's going to be feasible. Special defense. Triple special attack is a little bit annoying. But it just means it's going to take a little bit longer. I feel like versus this first match we probably could take the loss on special attack, but it's also like... It's also sort of like my practice match for the real thing. Like I know that the real difficult thing is going to be the final rematch. So like I just want to like get into the habit of taking it seriously and, you know, being patient. This should be maxed out speed now. You should get +5 +% special attack, I mean. Defense very sharply, that's nice. Speed fell, that's fine. Less special attack drops, and this is the turn we should really off. Special attack. Just connecting Dark Wolf, annoying with this one. I mean, if he crits, crit would have been nice because then we would have broken this up and then we could have gotten on us up for attack rolls, great. Special defense, well, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna pass here. We don't have a full sub. That's so weird. We're max special attack now, so. Right. That's the most important thing, that substitute is not still intact, because it means that we can handle a mirror code. Moonblast. I guess like more HP on Jets. One argument for that is that we could have handled, maybe we could have tanked the mirror code if we were full special, full HP instead of full defense. Now we won't kill these. That's better. So did this though. Probably North Sphere, I guess. Now Lucario in the final match is Focus Edge. I'm not sure if it's Focus Edge in this variant, but we'll see. Let's not Focus Edge. Okay, so it's only Focus Edge in the absolute final match. Yeah, this should now be fine because like the only thing that I was really worried about is like not having a substitute up when my Lotus came out. But now even if we don't one-shot the Milotic with Thunderbolts, we should still be fine. Now, one thing that's nice to know is that like last time we did see that like setting up in front of the Milotic was absolutely doable. The only real tricky thing was the mirror codes. But like setting up would be fine. So like, provided that this first half of the battle goes well in the rematch, even if Milotic lands a mirror code and takes out one of my takes out Jet basically, I can still go back out, set up for Scarlet to Bullet Seed and Icicle Spear these two, and we should be fine. Yeah, and that's round 1 to the Smeargles. This is not the tricky round, obviously. This was the easy bit. Now, as I understand it, they immediately level up. I've never done this back to back, but as I understand it, they immediately do. I'm gonna, before we go into the Elite Four, I will drop a save, because if they, for some reason, haven't leveled up, if for some reason I need to do the Battle Resort, Battle Area for post-game, then that's annoying, but I'm not gonna do that. And it's gonna be a little bit of a hollow end. Honestly, this was comfortable. But like, I wasn't expecting the first. Like, if the first round would have been uncomfortable, then there would have been very little point in doing this. Yeah, the main thing obviously with the rematch is we need to be a little bit lucky on the moody rolls. We need to be a little bit lucky on the evasions at the right time. But I honestly think it's doable. Because the AI doesn't really know how to attack this, you know? The AI doesn't think, okay, we need to break. But also because of the minimize, they have very, very little reliable way of actually breaking stuff like substitutes. There's one thing that could be scary as well, which didn't come up in the previous round, is that Yamega does have aim power. And if it gets 1 or 2 boosts, it might be really, really scary. Okay, I'm gonna drop a save here, because if it is for some reason not leveled up, I don't really want to do this again. Also need to change my items again. Spooky Plate back on Jet. Flame Plate on Moss. Now I think honestly one of the scariest fights in this rematch is Flint. But my plan is to go with the Chestoberry route again. Give Oliver Chestoberry and put the Ninetales to sleep before it can sleep me. Now Arrow plan is exactly the same. We go with the exact same route. That's not a bluff. You should have 6. I think we need to have completed the battle area to get the rematch. I'm not gonna is that true? Yeah, you need to have like you need to have done the Regran mission to do that. Okay, I've got a plan for that. We're gonna make a way to make that work. There's one thing I want to do before we go do that, because these puppets are now going to be. Hang on. So these puppets are going to be leaving this game for the final time today, because they're just going to do this in Diamond, basically. Can't be secretive about it, but I'm just going to pop them in home and just send them to Diamond and do it over there. So what I want to do before we're going to send these puppets away is I want to go challenge Arceus, because I think it's fun. It also gives me a thumbnail. Shouldn't be too big a deal. The reason I buy Pokeballs is if by some miracle the first encounter I get is the shiny, I do want to have Pokeballs to catch it. I assume you'll be able to rematch Arceus when you have a cold state. I assume it works like a normal legendary. Like this HM animation cuts would be like on a timer rather than on just an area thing, because it's kind of nice that it skips the animation if you just use it, but like because it's based on area, you could still be on the areas like this, you could still use it 10 times in a row. Though I shouldn't be complaining too hard, because I'm honestly, God bless us, the HMs are gone. I was playing through ORAS on my own time, and like, it's just so hindered by HM. It's like, it's just such a nightmare to deal with. If it just came out one generation later, it would have been fine. I thought we could fight Arceus, but apparently I need to catch Palkia first. Okay, well then we're just gonna go do the... Then we're probably just gonna go do the rematch. Okay, we're just gonna go... This is a bit of a messy episode. The things I planned did not go as well. And I really don't want to do the whole Heatran business, because it's gonna take long, it's boring. Next. I could have done Fire Hoe. Okay, so we're gonna do the finale of Shining Pearl. 6 Smeargle challenge is gonna be done in Brilliant Diamond, as it turns out. It gives me one extra cheeky advantage though, which is I can actually use the plates that I've got in Brilliant Diamond, which is all of them. I might actually miss one or two, but it means I do have a Zap plate to get an extra cheeky advantage there. I don't think that's, like, I hadn't grinded for special items, but I might as well, it doesn't really matter. Because, like, plate grinding would have been, tedious, but, easily doable. Alright, the finale. Gonna do this. This is a messy finale. Oh, darn it. Hold on, I'm gonna stop the recording here.